Hello everyone, and welcome to the eSports.je Winter Semi-Final A, powered by Shaw. I'm Zinc, and I'm joined here by
Martin, who goes by game name Don Ranieri.
Yes, and we're just getting the teams ready to go now, and they've just swapped sides. It looks like, so we're gonna have to quickly fix that. So this is the first of the games that we're going to be having for the eSports.je Winter Tournament, powered by Shaw. So we'll try and keep you in the know. We have the winners of the Summer Tournament, Marzy is Toxic, on Team 1, the blue team, and they'll be facing off against the big team, who are a new team actually, have not competed yet, so we'll see how they do. Looking at things currently though, there is a bit of a differential in the rank, mostly silvers and bronzes on one side compared to the golds and platinums on the other, even a diamond.
Yeah, there is a sense that this team from Nick Dawson has been very much a community team rather than a hand-picked team from Marzy.
Yeah. So we are nearly ready to go. So I'm just going to check if the teams are ready. And here we go. So ready to check. Yeah, I'm not typing. Okay. So got readies from the big team, and we have got the readies from the other team, and we should be going into the bans and picks now. The moment that, let's see, Marzy's got it. So you have faced off against Marzy is Toxic in the final. No, you didn't. You didn't face them at all. But your team did.
Yes.
So, do you know what happened with the sort of preparations for that at all?
I know that they're a very serious team and that they obviously try and take it as seriously as possible, which is probably the reason why they somewhat dismantled Bovine Omnibus.
Well, they focused all their bans and sort of like team play into the brand that was constantly being picked by, I can't remember his name, Wreckful. And we've got an Olaf ban going out straight away. So that's targeted at Dawson. Nick Dawson being the only player that I've played with of these guys on big team. He is a proficient jungler, so I can see why they would be banning that out. LeBlanc being banned and Vayne both targeted at Marzy there, who looks to be playing AD carry this time rather than mid lane, which is different to their summer performance. In fact, there has been a bit of a change in the actual setup, with Simplistic moving to the jungle and Super Size Me moving into the mid lane. So we'll see how that goes. And Nivea ban, they're targeting Dawson hard with these bans.
I know from personal experience that Zenro is going to be a player to look out for. He's actually returning from a bit of a break from the game, having not played ranked properly for a good couple of seasons.
Yeah, I know him in person, but I've not played with him, so I can't really comment on his ability to play. Beans is not going to pick Teemo first game. Oh my god, please don't. He picked Teemo in the finals, and it was the one game that they lost.
Teemo is the hero of all champions.
he's Satan incarnate. Thankfully, he does opt to go for Maokai, a very safe pick. So we'll see how that goes. Alawi, that'll be interesting. I've not actually seen all too much of her at all, really, actually, since release.
I haven't really found her that impactful since she got rebalanced.
Yeah.
When she could 1 versus 5 quite happily.
Yeah, she had too much damage. for how tanky she was. Dawson locking in the Zac, very with possible Ghost actually. He's probably going to change that, I'd imagine. Probably had a game on Hecarim just before. We'll see how things go with that. Alawi also locked in, so those are confirmed. We've got a Caitlyn hover and a lock-in here from Simplistic Gaming, so that could be quite a good one. I know that Marzy plays Caitlyn very well. He silenced any doubts I had when I questioned it in the finals, and he took the team on his back and carried them. And the Vel'Koz from Super Size Me is unsurprising. He's very adept with that character.
Just on the Caitlyn pick, I've actually found her quite useful of late if you're forced into taking an AD carry first, as she's very safe with the long range and the E.
She's got that safe laning phase, she's got that zone control with her traps and her net, and just getting all that safe poke with her headshots.
Yeah.
It is a very good character to pick first if you have to be taking AD carry first. Looks like we've got an Malzahar in the mid lane from Gucci. So I haven't seen him all that much since the nerfs, and we've also got an Ezreal. So either they're going for a bit of a hard engage here, or they're going for like poke. I don't really. It's hard to tell. I mean, like with Zac, you want to be going for the hard engages, but then again with Ezreal, you just want to be sort of skirting around the edges. So we'll see how this goes. They're a bit sort of split on what their team is actually doing.
Yeah, I think the Ezreal will be good from both aspects. He is very good at poking, but if needs be, he can jump in and dish out a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got the Riven possibly. Riven is confirmed. Riven will be taken in the jungle by Simplistic Gaming, and okay, let's find out what happened there. I'm going to quickly. We're just going to take a very quick break whilst we find out what's happened here. Please just bear with. Okay, so it looks like we had a client crash from Marzy, so we're just waiting for teams to get back in. What will be happening is all picks and bans will be done as before, so we'll see how that goes. Just taking a bit of organisation stuff. Okay, right, and I've been told that all Riven is not a character who is going to be picked. Okay. Okay, right, so we're coming back into the picks and bans here, so they're going to redo everything as before. So all we do know is that Riven won't be picked, as that was a client crash. He wasn't able to actually do what he needed, pick what he wanted. So we will get all these hopefully done out of the way quickly, because everything's already been done. There's no sort of like need to think.
Assuming that everyone can remember their picks on that.
I should hope so. Olaf, Oriana, Anivia, it was LeBlanc, Vayne, and Heimerdinger, I think it was. The other one. I think they backed Dinger. Yeah, they did. So yeah, we've got the Maokai, we'll get the Alawi and the Zach. Caitlyn and Vilkos. Yeah, Malzahar and Ezreal, and we'll also have the Janna, but Riven probably won't be the pick. I wouldn't imagine. It did seem a little bit weird, because I mean, even in I don't think Beans has a Riven, and I don't really see. Oh no, they're taking it. Never mind.
Obviously, have faith. Want to play mind games.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I see. So it looks like Marzy will be taking the jungle with Riven, and Simplistic Gaming will be taking the Caitlyn. I know Simplistic's got a Caitlyn, and it looks like it's going to be Nautilus support, so a fairly strong engage from the red team here. What with Nautilus and Zach.
I must say, I do like the big teams engage on that. It's going to be very good engage. However, it's going to be fairly easily countered by a good Janra or even Maokai.
Yeah, and there's one thing that I know, and that's Danny can land her Janra ults like spot on. She is very good with Janna. So we are just going to be waiting for the 3-minute delay to kick in, as we are spectating. Or is there going to be 3 minutes late? Yeah, there is. Okay. So, do you have any thoughts on like which team's team composition has? It seems to be composed better from initial looks.
From initial looks, for my play style, I prefer the red team purely because I'm a more aggressive player. As a purely competitive standpoint, I would say that Marzy have definitely got the stronger team point, because the disengage will completely negate everything that big team has.
Yeah, they've got that long range poke with Caitlyn and Vel'Koz, but they still have that capability of just going in. And once they're in, Marzy will just wreck train. He's so good on Riven, and I was actually surprised it wasn't target banned out.
Yeah, I think we can expect to see quite a lot of outplays coming from Marzy. I think he's going to be really giving it his all this game.
Yeah, he is a fantastic player. Probably the MVP of the tournament for the summer tournament. But I mean, anything can happen here. So we'll see how things go here. I think, looking at it, that Marzy was toxic will take this game, just from first impressions. But anything can happen. It's.
I think it'd be good to see a big team get a win under their belts, even if it is only just the one. But I do agree with you that I can see this series going quite comprehensively to Marzy.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first game of 5, correct? I believe. Yes, I believe it's. Yeah, of best of 5. So we first team to reach 3 wins will progress. The losing team will go to the losing team will go home, and yeah, they'll have much regrets. We're nearly there. Only a minute left of dead air to fill. So yeah. So of picks that I think could have been taken from the red team that probably would have been like made their composition a little bit better, is maybe gone for like a more of an assassin mid laner rather than Malzahar.
Yep.
So they can go in a bit harder. Like an Ari. Ari would seem like a good pick.
Ari would have been very good. Obviously, had she have not been banned out, LeBlanc would have also been very good.
Mm-hmm.
Just able to hop in and pop somebody before the disengage came out. But obviously, that's something that we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out.
Yeah. So nearly in, 10 seconds left. Anything interesting? Yeah. So Zach has taken that Ghost rather than the Flash. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And here we are going into the loading screen. So this is where we find out the most important question who has more skins on their team.
Yeah, so obviously that's entirely dependent on who wins.
Yes, skins do equal wins.
That's, the TSM advantage is almost 100% reliable in these cases.
Okay, so here we are, loading in. Not TSM. Marzy is toxic versus the big team. Blue for Marzy, red for big team. And this should be a good first game for the tournament, all things considered. So I did find it a little bit interesting how they changed it. It looked like they were changing up their lineup in sort of like who was playing where. Looks like we won't get to see who's got the skins, by the way. It's going to take ages to load. But what was simplistic, looking like he was moving into the jungle. Marzy moving away from the mid lane. He was playing mid lane last tournament and doing so very, very competitively as well. He was just very competent in that.
I mean, the thing to understand about Marzy's Toxic is they've got a very deep field. A lot of them can play multiple roles very well. And I think we can expect to see Marzy hopping around. I think we can probably expect to see a top lane game. I think it'll be interesting to watch.
And here we are. So everyone's showing off their mastery here. So we don't look like we've got any invades. There's been a deep ward though placed up by the blue of the blue team. So that must have been done early by the Alawi. Beans just clearing out the tentacles as and when he can.
Get 3 gold.
Yeah. Do you get money for tentacles? Five money. 5 gold for killing the tentacles in lane. So it looks like Marzy's going to be getting a hard leash here. Very powerful leashing tool as well with Janna with the shield, meaning you're taking far less damage and dealing far more. So let's see how things go. Where do you think the focus will be for the beginning of this game?
I think the beginning of the game, the ganks are going to be looking towards mid lane, as Vel'Koz can get unbelievably strong if he gets even a slight advantage.
Oh, and we've got some aggression in the top lane. Sorry, I'm still not used to Alawi. I haven't seen her in ages. I thought that was a gank.
One thing to note is Zenro has actually gone with a rather unconventional choice and gone for a cloth armor against an Maokai. Obviously, a champion that likes to poke with E's, Q's, anything that he's got to hand. Really.
Yeah, mostly magic damage from. But then again, I mean, it might be for the minion aggro if he intends to do that aggression like that.
Definitely, it could well be, but I wouldn't say necessarily minions are going to be what you want to worry about at the moment.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's just finding out what's going on. And there's some more aggression from Beans onto Alawi. Alawi being stuck in the minions, taking huge damage there.
Again, this is what you'd expect to see from what I perceive to be a poor item choice. Again, that would have saved her some minion damage.
That's first blood from Marzy. Just so quick there, so aggressive, seeing that he's got that opportunity to move in and just take that advantage straight away.
As I said before, obviously Zenro coming back from a bit of a break in the game. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see some ganks going top to try and really tilt him where possible. Yeah,
well, I mean, he does have a very difficult lane. I know Beans and Marzy are top notch and going to be very hard to handle. Danny getting that those shielded attacks onto the tower in bot lane, get that tower damage, hoping to get the tower first blood. Besides that, not too much else to really speak of. Bit of a no real farm advantage. I mean, there's a slight advantage in the mid lane by 2, but nothing of note. Good damage there onto Nautilus from a nice little pick up from the Caitlyn trap, I think it came from, and great damage onto Gucci.
That's very well done from Vel'Koz, knew exactly how much damage he had.
Oh, I think if it weren't for minions, he'd have probably gone down there as well, Gucci. Cute. Only on 200.
I can see, if nothing's done quickly, then I can see this game starting to roll out of any grasp. I mean, we're 4 minutes in and there's already a sizable gold lead. There's 600 gold, which is...
Yeah, that's good. And another gank onto Zenro here from Marzy. It's going for a bit more damage, but just missing out on it. In fact, very lucky to avoid the... what's the name of the tentacle grab thing? Make a copy of it.
That's a very good question.
And Marzy going for... Not Marzy, Beans going for some more aggression.
See, this is... Now that Malkai's got a kill under his belt and Allow is starting to fall behind, it's just going to be a case of damage limitation.
Well, she's got the farm lead still, but there is a huge wave.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't say the farm lead's going to make any difference at this point with a kill already on the table.
You can offset it as well. Like 10 farm is about a kill. That's roughly first blood.
Yeah, I think you get slightly more for first blood there.
It's 400 gold for first blood, about 25. Oh yeah, maybe it's more like 15.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Danny, knowing the cooldown there on the Nautilus hook, just aggressing straight into him and dodging when necessary. Very nicely done. Zach going for a gank down here. He's been spotted out by the ward, but he does have that elastic slingshot, getting the damage onto Caitlyn, being shielded, getting out pretty safely. And hook from Mardkake.
It was good vision and good awareness for Marzy to have backed off there, but it was a slight misplay from Big. They should have engaged when the Nautilus hit.
Is that going to be Dawson going down? That looks like Dawson's going down to his passive. I don't think they're going to get the kill on him. Eating a tower shot on one of his things. Yeah, another one going down. Very low, and that's going to be huge damage on Super Size Me. Ult popped from Malzahar, and he's got his Voidlings chasing after Vel'Koz, but it looks like he will be getting out of there. Battle of the Void, in fact, in the mid lane.
Yeah, I must say I do hate those little creeps.
Or the Voidlings,
yeah.
I haven't played much since he got reworked. How do they, like, he's got a lot of Voidlings now. Before it was like you get one or two.
Yeah, it seems now if you get chased and you've got only a little bit of health, that's it, you're doomed. You may as well just stand there and take it like a man.
Yeah. Was there a period of time when AD Malzahar was a thing with those? Because I know they scale off of his own stats, damage-wise.
That was sometime last season, and it wasn't overly fun. You'd think, that's alright, I've got this, and then all of a sudden your health would just disappear.
Oh, Bean's taking some big damage there from the tower and the tentacles.
That was well done. That was using the tower to the disadvantage.
Yeah. Took about a good third of his health there.
Yeah.
But it is Maokai, and he will probably regen that quite easily.
Nice grab again. A
Yeah.
little bit of extra damage. But the trade back is actually not that favourable.
And here we are, we've got Action at Dragon. Looks like Marzy Lad will be going down. Interesting to see that wait, is it Marzy Lad his name? One of his I don't know, he's got so many good accounts right now. And so many have been banned. But that was good play there from the big team, taking that dragon control. Looking like they're going to take it. They're all very low though. This could be a team wipe if they're not careful. The one going down.
Could be an easy Vel'Koz clean up.
Yeah, we've got Zach hopping over the wall, which has left Ezreal on his own. He's going to go down to the Vel'Koz, getting a double kill there, Super Size Me. Beans feeling the pressure from Alawi there, and Alawi just missing that tentacle slam onto him. I need to learn some of her ability names. I have no idea what any of them are.
Yeah, she's not a champion that I'm particularly fond of, so I haven't had a chance to play her too much. So I'm a bit ill-informed, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like he's just going to take that and leave. He's very low on mana, the Alawi, so leaving Beans to it in the lane. Now 20 farm behind, as well as the assist. So he's falling behind pretty badly now. Picking up boots and his
Whatever that thing's called.
Warhammer. I keep thinking it's Brutalizer, but that's not in the game anymore. Because it gives that gives cooldown reduction. It's attack damage with cooldown reduction, but Brutalizer gave like armor pen as well.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
Actually, Zenro doing a surprisingly good job of keeping in the fights and trading well, despite the CS difference and the assist goal difference.
Yeah, nearly had a gank happen there on Taguchi in the mid lane, but Zach was there, ready and waiting, and the gank was spotted out before anything too big could happen. So we've got a good sort of matchup in the mid lane here with Super Size Me having a bit of a gold advantage from the 2 kills that he picked up by Dragon. Let's see, it's X for gold, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, he's got a good 800 gold up on him on his lane opponent.
I think we're going to start to see Vel'Koz when he gets his next back.
Oh, he's being hit here by the Zac gank. Riven here to back him up though.
It's a good counter gank.
Yeah. Is he? No, he's not going for it. Looks like Dawson could be in a bit of trouble here. He's going to go down to the Vel'Koz.
No, you don't want
and
to let
Zenro teleporting in there. I'm not sure that was quite the right decision. Taking a huge damage and going down. Double kill for Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz 4-0 now.
It's that purple laser of death. It's not fun to be letting it hit you like that.
Yeah. Oh, there's a hook here onto Danny. There's nothing coming from it though.
Good engage from Nautilus, but obviously
Yeah.
not fancying that one.
They need to work on their sort of chemistry there. I mean, I know from playing both positions in the bot lane that you need to know that your AD carry will follow you in if you engage, or if your support will be backing you up if you go in as the AD carry. And it doesn't seem to quite be that sort of trust yet.
Yeah, I get the sense that there was a moment there where Nautilus threw the hook out and went, "Oh, it's going to hit. I'm going in," and then just went, "Oh, hang on, I'm in the middle of getting the minions."
Yeah, no, it's just it wasn't beneficial. So see how things are going here. So again, Marzy taking a bit of a farm lead as well. Again in the jungle, Beans is miles ahead of Alawi up top. It looks like Alawi does physical damage, so that's good to know for the future. Yeah, and a big farm lead growing in the bot lane as well from Caitlyn over the Ezreal. Yeah, that's what, 30 gold?
Yeah.
30 gold? No, that's 30.
It's many more than 30 gold.
Yeah, and the flash and the ult from Janna there. Janna getting hooked. Dawson going down to his passive again. He's undoubtedly going to go down here. Really low, yeah.
Super Size Me obviously watched that the whole time and knew exactly when he wanted to arrive and
yeah,
did what he needed to do.
They have been so good on their map rotations so far. And oh, there we go. Zenro getting some aggression down onto the Soul Shackle. I think it is called Soul Shackle, isn't it?
I think you might be right.
Yeah, that sounds right. Marzy lad taking a good amount of damage there in the mid lane from the. Oh god, I can't remember any of these things.
I'm not. I'm a bit out of practice.
Call of the Void.
That's
what
it.
it was.
The only phrase that I know that by isn't particularly broadcast friendly. So.
No, the space. Yeah. Yeah, no, we won't be using that one. So yeah, Zenro just not quite able to get into his rhythm. He's so far behind now. 20 CS, a kill and 3 assists down. In fact, the entire team is 6k gold up after 14 minutes. That's ridiculous.
I can see this being a fairly quick game. I think once the mid lane turret goes down, I think it's just going to tumble downhill from there.
Doesn't look like they'll be losing top lane anytime soon, turret-wise, unless Marzy goes for a gank. I think they're going to be positioning for Dragon though now, what with it having 10 seconds left. We've got both the red team and the blue team sort of positioning with wards. Ezreal just making sure to push out his bot lane. Zenro looking to get some damage here, but it looks like he's probably going to go down. Is Beans going to be able to get the kill? He does. So that takes away that teleport pressure, which they didn't have because his teleport was on cooldown. But
I was actually going to say, up until then, I was quite impressed with Zenro's playing. He's died a couple of times on lane, but he's actually done a very amicable job of not letting Maokai really just go off and do his own thing.
yeah, exactly. He sort of just left it. Let him take the farm, but you making sure that he's not falling too far behind by dropping kills as well as farm. And a good set of hops there from Marzy lad. He gets suppressed, but it's not enough. Taking the kill on Malzahar. Beans will be taking that top lane unless Nick Dawson has something to say about it. Dawson getting some mad damage out there. Beans taking turret hits as well. Will Dawson be able to finish him off?
Should be a kill.
Yeah, that's the red buff down, and he gets it. Very well done there from Dawson, saving that top lane turret. Unfortunately, they will be losing this mid lane turret unless Nautilus and Ezreal decide to go in 2v3. But I don't believe that's going to be the case. They'll probably just cut their losses.
I think it's probably not a very wise option.
Yeah, not with Janna and Riven there. Riven looking to go in anyway.
I think Marzy's got the scent of blood in his nostrils now.
He's on his comfort pick. He's on home turf. He gets to play Riven. Now, whilst Riven's not in the strongest position right now, she's by no means weak.
No, I mean, once she starts to get a little advantage, she'll kill you before you've even seen her.
Yeah, she snowballs so hard. Simplistic getting the slow onto Dawson here. Dawson, unless Simplistic gets help, Dawson will be getting the kill here. And there's no help coming on the way. Teleport coming down from Malawi as well. That's interesting. Maybe they're just looking to get that bottom turret in exchange for the top turret, because there's no way you can keep that top turret anymore. Riven just waiting there, eating his soul shackle. Janna shielding that turret. They may not even get this turret. Top turret did go down, by the way. Vel'Koz took it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that sort of double down to get that bot turret just hasn't paid off.
It was a questionable choice to go for that when you had so much pressure in the top lane from the low turret and mid lane having gone down already, to throw everything into bottom lane, which was at full health.
Oh, and it looks like Malzahar's going to go down here. He gets his puddle out, puts the Malefic Visions down, but does not get the kill. Marzy just too far ahead, getting the huge amounts of shielding from Janna and his own shield.
Yeah, and just BMing for fun.
Yeah, it's got to do it though. And missing the Soul Shackle there on Beans from Zenro, and just everything actually onto Beans from everyone. Yeah, they're looking to start a fight here.
It's not a fight that they want to
No, Zenro going down, Maokai locking onto Dawson. He's going to get the kill there. Pops his passive. He's going to be going down now.
They were far too low health, had no vision. You know, it was probably the worst thing that they could have possibly done in that situation.
If they're not careful here, they may be losing Nautilus as well. Yeah, he's deciding to go back. Beans jumping in there onto Gucci. Gucci just about getting out there thanks to barrier. But we'll have to see how things are going here. So we've got jungle control here. Baron's coming up in minute 30. We'll probably see Marzy's Toxic positioning for that if they don't already have the game locked up by then. Just focusing on the spot lane now. Alawi just trying her best to wave clear. Getting some good damage onto Beans there though. That Sunfire Cave just making him eat tower hits.
Yeah, I must say 100% credit to Marzy. They're absolutely dismantling this game exactly how it should be done. They're not rushing to anything and getting themselves killed for no real reason. They're just saying, right lads, we're going to do this properly and really give them no way back in.
Yeah, it's been a truly surgical performance so far. Taking the red buff in their own jungle, they'll probably be taking... there goes the pings for Baron. It looks like the red team are looking at it. There are wards though for the blue team throughout the mid lane, so any movement that happens from the red team through mid will be seen by Marzy's Toxic. 20 seconds to Baron. Bean's already there. Velkoz's nearby. Jana moving to mid lane, so they're going to be close.
I don't actually see that no matter what happens, there's any way for Big Team to win a team fight at this point.
They're 12k down. It's 20 minutes in.
Yeah,
that is like even if it was like I don't know, like
I think
40
at
minutes
this point,
in, 12k is huge.
I think at this point Marzy could probably quite comfortably 3 versus 5 then.
Oh yeah, and they've been showing that. And here goes the engage. They got Dawson picked. He will be going down to the Velkoz's ult. Nautilus going in on his own. He's going to eat it as well. We've got Ezreal, just everyone dying. Everyone is dead, Martin. Everyone is dead.
That was unbelievably questionable. If somebody gets caught out in a situation like that, you just need to leave them.
Cut your losses.
You feel like a terrible human being, but you know, it's better than being in this situation and just
also
having to watch.
Fighting like that in the jungle where and there's the surrender. That makes sense. They're just gonna let that game happen. Sort of work out what they're gonna do in the next one rather than focusing on this one. But taking that engage when you got a Velkoz in that position, I mean, that's just ridiculous. You can't do that. He's got that ult. He's going to be getting it onto everyone in that fight.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't fight Velkoz in an alley. It's just literally the worst idea anyone's ever had.
All right, so we're going to go for a quick break, and we'll be back shortly with the second game.
Lights are lit and there's sweat on your embrace. Just one other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Another dare. Lights are lit and there's sweat on your embrace. Just one other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Another dare. One other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Another dare. Another dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Another dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Another dare. Lights are out and there's sweat on your embrace. One other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Another dare. Lights are out and there's sweat on your embrace. One other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Another dare.
Hello everyone and welcome back. We are getting the second game set up now, ready to go. We just want to take a few moments to break down the previous game here. So, Martin, when looking at the performance of the big team, how can they improve? What went wrong for them, and what do they need to do to really fix what's happened?
Without wanting to be too to the point, I think it's a lot of inexperience, but that's not to be disheartening. There was a lot of positives from what we saw from them in the early laning phase. Everyone was doing a very good job and they were keeping the CS pretty relevant and level. It was just once we saw that early kill coming out onto Marzy that we saw perhaps confidence falter a little bit, and that probably is going to be the main cause for their loss, in my opinion, because individually they seemed like they were doing a good job. You know, none of them looked tilted, as it were, and were doing too many silly engages, if you know what I mean. I think once they take a step back, you know, just relax and just think, right lads, we can actually do this, then I think we'll see the quality of play improve drastically.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it'll be definitely interesting to see. I think, from my perspective, what really went wrong is that gank in the top lane where Alawi gave up first blood to Marzy, which allowed Marzy to have that huge map pressure all over the map and just began that Riven snowball. And just from there, just every lane started feeling the pressure. Like Alawi did a very good job of not giving Beans too big a lead by sort of just staying back a bit. But still, she was way behind. Like she every now and then she pushed a little bit too far out. She could get caught. It's all things that can be adjusted to, though. Malzahar did a very good job, but again, like started losing the moment that Velkoz's got like that 2K in by the Dragon Pit, and just started falling behind from there. And yeah, in the bot lane just started getting ganked more because of the Marzy ganking top. So I think it all really stemmed from Marzy taking that lead and running with it.
I actually do think commendation needs to be made for the bottom lane from Big Team. They were definitely the solid point of that game for Big Team, because they only started to lose their lane really hard once they started to get the frequent ganks from two people.
And once they get that chemistry going, I think they can actually start taking the lead rather than staying even. But anyway, we're into the picks and bans now. So we've got an Ari, LeBlanc and Vayne ban from the Big Team. Pretty standard. And the same bans as last time, Olaf, Oriana and Nivea from Marzy is Toxic.
I have to say I'm quite surprised not to have seen Riven get banned out there.
Yeah, but Ari definitely makes a lot more sense than the Heimerdinger that was banned out in the first game. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking with that.
Yeah, they obviously had some reasoning for it, but that's unbeknown to me.
Oh, I mean, it's happened now, so we'll see how it goes. So Zenro, 45, looking to pick for the first Shyvana. Ooh.
Now, I've heard that he does play Shyvana.
I should hope so.
What I've heard, I'm in two minds. I'm not sure whether or not it's something that I would necessarily pull out in a competitive game.
Maybe not in a game where you've just lost the top lane.
Yeah.
But especially when it's due to getting ganked. Because Shyvana pushes really hard, and you've got to be very careful with your warding. And going up against Cho'Gath as well, I mean, Cho'Gath is quite happy to just sit back and farm.
Yeah.
He's not going to, he can sustain that lane. Zach being picked out again by the other team this time is going to Supersize Me. I know he's pretty darn good with Zach. This time there will be a flash on the Zach. Kha'Zix and Victor.
Kha'Zix and Victor will make for an interesting mid lane if he gets the opportunity to gank, because obviously there's a lot of burst damage that can come out there, and Victor is a champion that can really roam a lot and do a lot of damage.
Yeah, you can just shove that lane and move. Oh, what's going on now? Well, it looks like we've had another client crash. So we'll be getting Simplistic Gaming back in shortly. We'll make sure the picks and bans are same as before. Okay, and we're back in. Just having a few technical issues. Shouldn't be too long on this. So here we go with picks and bans again. So it should all be the same as before. If it's not, then there'll be stern words.
Can't have any cheating.
Oh, yeah! Don't get out of there. Supersize Me with an eye burn. Troll.
He's a good champion if you've got the team to back you up. Otherwise, the enemy jungler just tends to wander in and kill you every opportunity you get.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got a Caitlyn coming out and Zed from Marzy. Marzy opting to go mid lane this game. They are just so versatile in where they're playing. But I mean, besides Beans and Danny, who are pretty locked into those top lane and support roles. Because they're just so good in those positions, like the other three guys can just play each other's position regardless. I mean, actually, as I say that now, Superside Me can't play AD carry. I know that for a fact. And Lucian and Thresh maybe coming from the big team. Lucian pretty strong right now. Does a lot of burst damage. He's got that really aggressive laning that can come out, and a Morgana rather than Thresh. And then Janna coming out again from Danny. So, what do we think?
Again, Janna is a perfect pick for that situation. Obviously, if Lucian dashes in and you get Kha'Zix jumping in, Shyvana jumping in she can just blow them all away again.
Yeah.
Pretty much solves all of their problems, really. Gets them back into a nice, healthy distance for Caitlyn. That being said, Lucian, with his burst, if he gets onto Jana, then he is going to cause problems.
Okay. So let's see. I think this is probably a better composition this time from the blue team, from Big Team. They've gone for a more focused sort of design of the team. They are going in. They will be playing aggressively. They're going to be wanting that hard engage. And as soon as they get a snare from the Mad Kake or a stun from the Victor bubble, it will be that they'll be able to just get that kill fairly comfortably. So now whilst we're waiting, we may as well start speaking about the other opportunities to see League of Legends being played from eSports.je for the winter tournament powered by Shaw. So the second semi-final B, you'll get to see myself playing with my team. It's going to be on the 12th of November at the Jersey Tech Fair, which is up at Fort Regent. So that's going to be at 11 in the morning. You can come up, see the setup. I'm not sure on if it's going to be cast or not. It will be cast, so that will be good. They'll be playing Bovine Omnibus, your team. Well, I mean, you're not going to be playing though, are you?
Yeah, I've taken a step back, as it were.
So more of an analytical role.
Yeah, otherwise employed by the team.
Yeah. Okay, and then we'll also have on the 19th of November the finals, which will be taking place at here, the Digital Jersey Hub. Entry to see that is free. You can come in at any point. And they will there will be giveaways and for all entrants, and yes,
At
eSports.je. One second, just need to. Okay, you can you can get tickets from eSports.je, and if there are any more, if you want any more information, it can all be found there. Let's move on to the game, as that will be starting in 15 seconds. Silence. Okay, right, so here we go, getting into the loading screen. Oh, we didn't even count the skins last time.
We didn't
see them, did we? No. We can do that whilst we're seeing setup.
Hopefully we get the chance this time.
Yeah, well, yeah, hopefully. Well, even then, I mean, like you'll be able to see just by looking at the player models. I think everyone had the skin on no. I don't think I don't think Beans had a skin. Zach didn't have a skin.
No.
Alawi didn't.
At least 15 minutes ago, so my memory doesn't go back that far.
Yeah. Riven did. Caitlyn may have. I don't think she did actually. No.
Jana didn't.
No. Jana did. Jana was using the forecast.
Ah, right.
Okay, here we go. So Caitlyn, no. Jana, yes. Star Guardian. Yep for Shyvana. Yes for Kha'Zix. Yes for Victor. Yes for Lucian. And yep, full 5-skin team for blue. And then we got I can't see. That's Nightmare Cho'Gath, I think, actually, or Gentleman. But yeah, there's at least 2 skins not being used on the. There's 2 skinless players from Marzy's Toxic. So we'll see how this things go. I mean, if skins are anything to go by, we should be seeing this move to 1-1 rather than
It
2-0.
should just be GG boys, surrender
Yeah.
at 20 from Marzy, really.
So, just let them push, run it down mid.
Yeah.
Let them do it. But yeah, so let's see. Any interesting starting lines here? So Shyvana opting for boots. That is peculiar. Yeah, that's you don't really start boots anymore. Don't really see that.
No,
often.
I think he's looked at the Cho and gone, I don't fancy getting knocked up, so hopefully they're going to help me escape.
But I mean, even then, you may as well go for like the null magic or something, or just like a shield, Doran shield.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not justifying it. I'm just trying to understand it.
Yeah, and even then, still getting hit by the knockup. Marzy taking some early damage here from Victor. It's all Gucci there. No, it's not Gucci. It's Dawson in the mid lane. People have moved around. Gucci's in the jungle this time rather than the mid lane. So we'll see how things go there. So we've got everything's fairly even so far. I mean, nothing really big to see. Gucci getting really low in the jungle actually. That's he's probably gonna have to go back after that.
He's taking a page out of my book in jungling, I think. Gone for more aggressive runes and mastery, so
Yeah.
clear is a bit of an issue, but
Ooh, Zenro taking a bit of damage there, but pushing out the wave. We'll see whether that pays off for him, because we do have Super Size Me nowhere near him. Never mind. Alright, and Zenro just still getting hit by every single one of those Cho skill shots. So if he keeps doing that, he will not be going to the ball tonight. He is going to be in quite a deal of trouble.
I mean, if he keeps taking it, he's going to die, and at least he's got the boots to get back to lane quickly, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Super Size Me moving in on Nick Dawson. Marzy trying to get some aggression down, taking a bit of damage for his troubles. Action in top lane and in bot lane. Easy D taking some damage. Zenro looking like he's got out of that alive, but taking a lot of damage.
I actually think from the gank in mid lane, Nick Dawson actually did very well to avoid the majority of that Zac gank and actually get some good trade damage back to Marzy.
Yeah, no, it was very well done. Marzy, in fact, I think was a little reckless in his push forward there. But we've now got Zac with the red buff, full health, ready to go. Could see Cho'Gath letting Shyvana push up the lane and letting Zac get the gank.
Yeah.
But he's opting to get Raptors instead, it seems. And yeah, so Zenro going in on Beans here. Cares not for the minions.
Cares not for his life, I think.
Yeah, no, he's probably going to go down.
That
If
was,
the auto director lets us see, no, he's going to have to go back now. That is a risky place to go back as well. All Beans needs to do is just go anywhere near him.
That was extremely clumsy from Zenro. I think.
Yeah,
he
I
needs
think
to just take a step back.
the bloodlust has got a bit of a better of him there. He saw the opportunity, went with it, but didn't see where the gap closed.
Yeah. I think he just thinks, I did well in the last game. I think I need to try and be a bit more aggressive to try and counteract any potential ganks that might come. But against a Cho'Gath, that's not really what you want to be doing.
Exactly, yeah. Interesting to see that he teleported to a minion there rather than the tower. Is it still the case where the cooldown teleport is slightly shorter if you go to a tower rather than the minion?
I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think that's not the case anymore.
Yeah, I know it used to be. And Nick Dawson going down to Marzy. Fantastic work there. Taking that ignite, being very aggressive in the lane. And it's all paid off.
Very well done, and actually a very good hurricane from Jana there.
Sending Easy D back to the fountain to buy. So yeah, no, very good job there from Marzy, having the patience to wait until he's got a good opportunity to get that kill, rather than just going aggressive for the sake of being aggressive.
Yeah, I've just been told that it is the same timing now on a turret and a minion.
There it is. Okay, that's good to hear. It's been a while since I've used teleport.
Yeah, I'm an ADC support main. So.
Exactly. Yeah, we're from the wrong lane. This isn't our sort of domain. Good aggression there from Zenro. Very good there.
Yeah, that was a lot more of a sensible trade. That's the kind of thing that he needs to be doing more often.
Yeah.
And you can see now he's popping down to put himself a ward and keep himself nice and safe.
Yeah, no, that's going to be necessary, and you can see just how deep he's thrown that as well, knowing that how strong Zac can be with those long range engages with his elastic slingshot.
Yeah.
Speaking of Zac, actually, he is currently in the blue jungle behind Victor, looking to get an elastic slingshot in. He's going to land it as well. Dawson throwing down the exhaust. Yeah, he's going down.
It's a fantastic engage, well played from Nick Dawson, but unfortunately it's just too much damage coming out and not enough from Zac. It's not a lot he could do.
I mean, the exhaust, I'm not sure it's... I mean, I understand why he's taking it. Oh, Gucci, you're dead. Oh,
The less said about that, the better.
We'll move on from that. But yeah, back to the exhaust use. It stops that initial burst from Zac, but you still get hit with that sort of execute. We've got Zenro going in on Beans and taking the price for it. Yeah, that was just, again, a bit aggressive, not quite understanding how much burst Cho'Gath can put out. He was fighting in the minions.
He was fighting in the minions when Cho'Gath had his ult up. It's just not intelligent to be brutally honest about it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame because, as I said, he was starting to play a bit more sensibly and getting good trades.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's even on farm, so I mean that's something. He's got those Merc treads now, very early Merc treads actually. Yeah. But he's also got that Ruby Crystal. Looks like they've opted to go. Oh, we've got a Rift Herald. That's going to be going on to Beans, making him a deadly force now. That's
going to pretty quickly secure the top lane, I think. I don't think there's an awful lot that Shyvana can do against that.
And Shyvana's not really a character who can just sit back. Mad Kake taking some big damage there. Just showing the power of Caitlyn there. Just being able to sit back and poke. And Mad Kake could very easily go down here.
They again, that was just a bit of an inexperienced gank from Gucci there. Mm-hmm. Didn't really have the position or the timing for it. He just kind of went, oh right, yeah, okay, they're pushed up, I'll go down, without really paying too much attention at his bottom lane, what they were doing.
Yeah, they were too low to really go in, unfortunately, and now Easy D's got to hold off this push on his own. Zac looks to be starting the Dragon, and the rest of the team is following in now to lend assistance, and we've got Gucci going in on Marzy Lad, eating the ult, and he's going to go down.
That was very, very well played from Marzy there. Wasn't taken by surprise there in panic and just get insta-killed.
Yeah. Sort of had that patience even to hold off on his shurikens until that last second before his ult popped. Just so he had the Kazakhs believe that he was able to do what he needed. That's 2 deaths now for Kazakhs as well, and 3 kills for Marzy. It looks like it's going to be another Marzy game today.
I do think if they're playing like this, it's going to take an awful lot to beat them. I don't think there's too many teams in the split that will compare to this kind of a beating. That being said, we're always welcoming of a surprise.
Yeah, no, it's always good to see a comeback. Sort of that underdogs.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, the game is by no means out of reach. I mean, 3 kills on the Zed is pretty hard to beat, but they're only 2k down. I mean, 10 minutes in, that's not the worst gold deficit you can have, really.
I've seen worse, I've seen better. It's literally down to individual skill and not letting themselves get tilted.
Yeah, I mean, they are behind on farm in all lanes. Beans missing the feast kill, but getting the kill in the end. Gucci tanking that Gromp at the same time. Beans gonna go down here.
Going down, but taking a flash from the Kazakhs with him.
Yeah, but burned his own.
Burned his own, got a kill, took another flash from big team. I would say that was actually reasonably favourable.
He didn't have to do that though. That's the thing though. He got the kill. He could have just let the stuck with minions. Anyway, we've got Marzy moving in on Kamad Kake, who misses the binding, goes down. Yeah, I don't think there's actually all that much that can really be done now. Super Size Me going for the red, getting very low, safely gets it though.
I think now that Zed's got 4 kills, he's got that little bit of MR to help him out against Victor. I think we're not actually going to be seeing him in mid lane a whole lot anymore.
No, he's got that roaming capability now, and Victor going for the ult there onto Marzy, and it looks like he might get it.
Fantastically played.
Oh, just missing it.
Yeah, if that wasn't for the 4 kill lead there, and I reckon that could have been a pretty favourable, if not a kill, for Nick.
Yeah, that I think that could and should have been a kill if it weren't for the advantage that Marzy has built up. 5 kills now for Marzy. He's got that Ghost Blade to join that Hex Drinker. Zenro still just farming the top lane. He's 10 CS back and 2 kills down. We've got Super Size Me looking to go for a gank, waiting for Zenro to sort of push up a little bit past his turret. Zenro being smart and not doing that. He's just sort of holding back, dodging the Rupture. Very good job there.
I think we're going to see Zenro getting spooged pretty quickly. With Zac passive, they probably could tower dive him, but I'm not sure they want to risk it because obviously the tower one-shots his blobs.
Yeah, and the blue team now know where Zac is, as there is a pink ward there that he's just seen after taking the Rift Scuttler. He's going to clear that out now. So we've got a gank happening in mid on Marzy, but looks like Gucci's deciding against that. Oh, or maybe he isn't. He just used his ult. That's interesting. He's not actually gone anywhere. He's gone.
Just wanted to take red buff by surprise.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So So that's first tower's gone down already. 1 dragon down. Which type of dragon is that they got? It is. Oh, that's not how I need to check.
That was a good flash from Zenro there.
Yeah.
That was well avoided. That could have easily been a death there.
Yeah. What dragon did they get? It was other team. Cloud. Okay, so it's not all that important really. It's just going to help the rotations. I mean, all dragons are important. We don't discriminate amongst dragons here, but yeah, it's certainly. I'd say it's the weakest.
It's
something
that's nice to have,
yeah.
but it's not going to make anyone cry if they have to give it up.
Yeah. Oh, Zenro going in and
dragons.
dying, or not dying. Oh yeah, no, dying.
Should definitely get a second dragon buff for that one.
Oh, they don't need any more help. Markake is going to go down here, and Easy D looking to get that chase onto the Caitlyn, but not going to get it. Marzy taking the second kill. He's now reverse James Bond here, 7-0-0.
With
license to gank.
License to gank. I'm quite upset by that.
Oh,
if I'm honest.
Oh, good flash there from Nick Dawson, and it looks like he's going to pick
up
fantastic maybe a double. Oh, he's getting some good damage out on Beans. They get finish off Super Size Me. They're going for the chase now. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we've got Simplistic and Danny going for the tower, second tower, inner turret. We'll see how that goes. No one there, no Shavana's coming in, but they saw her coming, so they are in very good position.
That was fantastically played from Nick Dawson. I have to give him full props for that. He definitely took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting him to do quite that much damage.
Yeah, it was just perfectly done with that flash as well, sort of avoiding the initial damage and CC, and just taking that. Oh wow, it's just styling on them, it's just popping in.
You can look, boys, but you can't touch.
Speaking of touching, he's just been rooted, and he may well go down here. He almost certainly will, actually. Yeah. Killing right, streak over. Gucci picking up that Marzy kill. That's going to be going great in their heads. They must feel so satisfied with that.
Yeah, that's going to do wonders for morale.
Super Size Me just missing the slingshot there. He's got the ult onto Nick Dawson though, getting out very good damage. Decided to back off as the rest of his team has split off to the other side of the sort of mid lane area. Good flash there from Marzy to block the Caitlyn ult.
Yeah.
We've got Super Size Me in the middle of all the rest of the team. We've got Beans there to back him up. It's a 2v4 there, 3v4. Beans picking up Marzy. Easy D with the ult.
Easy D warding them off well played, although Cho'Gath could cause big problems if he...
They were smart, kept on backing up, and managed to get out of that. Very good job there. Beans, a real force to be reckoned with here. What with his Roll of Ages and his call that a Glacial Shroud.
Yeah.
And that's Zenro. He's going to be down now. Look at all that knock up.
I'm not 100%.
I think he was going to try and ult in and take the dragon, try and steal it in like a desperation play. To be fair, it is a Mountain Drake, which is a beneficial one to have, and the next one will be Infernal.
I don't necessarily think that it would be that beneficial for his team at the moment as to just giving their Marzy team yet more gold.
Yeah, I mean, if you can take a dragon from them in exchange for you, that's fair.
It's fair, but with a Cho'Gath with Feast and a Smite,
oh yeah,
the chances are very
Cho'Gath
slim.
was on the other side of the dragon pit though, so not that he knew that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you sometimes when you get to sort of stage in the game though, you sort of start making those desperation plays. I mean, they may not, when you look back on them, you think that's not the smartest thing.
Yeah.
But at the time, it seems like a good idea.
I think all was going through his head there was #LCS big plays, but
Yeah.
unfortunately just not quite coming off for him.
That's going to be Gucci down to the Z ult. That was
It was well
clinical.
played, but you know, this is an 8-1 Z. There's not a lot you can't kill at will now.
Yeah, I mean,
That being said, Zenro was taking a good chunk out.
Zenro's doing good damage, and he's actually not all that tanky. He's only just got a giant spell recently, so
He's
yeah.
going for a Bilgewater.
So he's going for that. I don't think that's what his team needs. I don't think they need.
They definitely need more of a tank than any sort of damage. They've got a Kha'Zix who can build tanky, but I think with the way he's been playing, I think Gucci's more likely to do the carrying this game.
Yeah, and
I think
Shyvana is better poised to be the tank in this. We've got an ult here from both Karke and Dawson. Unfortunately, neither connecting quite right. So those are both down, trying to pick up the Caitlyn. Beans pushing the top lane, just sitting on it, just try and get those kills as he can. Probably go get a tower as well. No way Shyvana can hold off the Cho'Gath on her own.
No, it's going to be a case now, if Zenro stays, then it's just going to be a free kill for Beans and a free turret. He needs to do what he can to slow him down, get into the turret, but then give it up once he gets there.
I'd just like to point out the fantastic tornado we just saw there from Danny, picking up the Kha'Zix mid leap, eventually leading to the kill there. And yeah, this is again another sort of very clean cut victory here. It looks like 20 minutes in, a good 11k gold lead. Baron is up. Dragon should be up not too long from now. Yeah, they can't match the 1-3-1.
No, I mean, there was a slight misplay that we saw from Zed there. That could be overconfidence, which, if big team pick up on that going into the next game, they can use it to his advantage, and you know, they can focus him a bit more. And from what I understand, Marzy is reasonably easily tilted. If they put the resources into focusing him and making sure they get him on tilt, then it's going to become a 5 versus 4, which is going to make it a lot easier for them.
Yeah, we just need to see the big team focus on Marzy. Marzy is the focal point of this team. In fact, he is the namesake of the team as well. But saying that, even then, like the rest of the team aren't slouches. Simplistic Gaming is a very good AD carry. Beans is very well versed in the top lane. In fact, I'm surprised he hasn't taken out the gangplank yet. I think he's actually just not wanting to beat them too hard. I mean, his gangplank is filthy. It's disgusting.
I mean, absolutely no disrespect to any of the Marzy team. That was
a really good. That was really unfortunate there from Victor. Victor using his Zhonya's Hourglass to avoid the damage from the Z ult, but upon leaving the Hourglass state, he gets killed by the Void Spikes from Cho'Gath.
I mean, yeah, he's just a building at this point. I mean, you just want to stay as far away from that as possible.
Yeah.
Unless you're teammate, and then you can have as much fun as you want.
Speaking of Teemo, we may see that come out in the next game.
I hope so. I enjoy a bit of Teemo.
You hope that, do you? Okay.
I
have a feeling that Beans will be picking up a style champion for the next game.
I think they're feeling really confident now, and I think now would be the time that they take comfort picks or fun picks just to really continue to solidify their team building and get used to each other. You can practice all you want, but it's only when you're playing competitively that you actually get that next level. Yeah,
definitely. So there's not really much else we can comment on this. We've got the Infernal Drake coming up in 20 seconds rather, but I don't think it will be taken. There's no need. They can probably just push to win now that everyone's gone back.
I mean, we've made it 2 minutes further into this game.
It's true.
So it is.
Was it surrender at 20? I thought they got a little bit past 20 minutes.
It was before 21, I think.
All right.
But it shows that they're not feeling quite as out of their depth now.
Yeah. Though arguably, I think this is the game that they're further behind in. Really, maybe not in goal differential, but in the actual way everyone's performed. Like everyone has been. No one really managed to keep their lane.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't actually say that it's necessarily because they've played worse.
Yeah.
I think it's just because Marzy have picked a little bit of a stronger composition against them. Obviously, the Z getting the early kills is very, very difficult to deal with.
Picking that Shyvana first is just not safe. They need to sort of really think about that in future, I think. They're going for the Baron after taking that Infernal Drake. So they're going to take the Baron, then they're going to go try and win the game. We do have people coming through the jungle. Actually, they decided against it. Marzy is waiting for them if they do go for it. And here we go, actually. We've got Marzy in the mid lane. Nothing's going on quite yet. We've got maybe a little bit of a tussle in the jungle. Coming up, Dawson running away.
Caitlyn taking the ever-important blue.
Got to get that cooldown, man. Get more traps out. Get more traps out, yeah. And here we go. Supersize Me engaging in. Zenro having to use his ult to escape. That's a kill, another kill for Marzy. He's going in on Easy D.
That is disgusting damage coming out of Marzy there.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, that was quite a sizable misplay from the Zac there. That he managed to find a hole to land in that actually didn't exist.
It looks like Kazak's got the kill on Marzy there. So we'll have to see how this goes. We've got Beans cleaning up though. Shyvana's the only one left. We've got Simplistic taking down an inhibitor in the top lane. The inhibitor in the mid lane I think is about to go down as well. And then probably just go push to win from here. Oh, maybe not. We've got respawns coming in now. So we do have Easy D. You can pop off that ult, which he already has, it looks like. It's just gone down.
He fancies his chances.
Nah, he's dead. That's dead.
Yeah, that's not particularly intelligent.
And they're just trying to delay, let Caitlyn do the hard work. Supersize Me, just about getting the kill, I think. There we go.
Yeah,
good game.
Well closed out from Marzy. I mean, undeniably they were the more comprehensive of the teams there. But as I said, it wasn't negative at all from Big Team. They did really, really well. Um, Individually, they died more times, but on the whole, I'd say they performed a little bit better, a little bit more comfortably, and just felt like they had a little bit more team synergy. And in the bottom lane, felt like their left hand knew what the right hand was doing. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it definitely felt more comfortable this time. So if we look here, again, Cho'Gath and Zed just having a field day with their damage dealt to champions there.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what we would have expected to have seen going into the game. As soon as Zed is an assassin, just as soon as he starts getting a couple of kills, you just can't stop him. He just goes around killing people for fun.
Yeah.
And Cho just becomes an unstoppable monster. So you can't really complain at that. But equally, Victor did very good damage. Shyvana did very good damage.
So I think what they need to do is they need to pick these champions to focus on avoiding letting Marzy get that lead. So, but we'll discuss that more after this quick break. We just need to get the teams ready for the next game, and we'll be back with you shortly.
I
Okay, and welcome back to the third game of the eSports.je Winter Tournament, powered by Shaw. So we are looking at possibly the last game in the series, with Marzy's Toxic being 2-0 up over the big team. So
I mean, all power to Marzy. They've played really, really well today, but I genuinely hope that we're going to see a bit of a more positive showing from big team. They take on the positives that they have played today. You know, they're a new team. They've not played together before. I think they just need to take this as a learning experience.
yeah.
Review the games and just learn from it and come back next time a lot stronger.
Okay. We've got an interesting band there, Leona. A bit unexpected. Maybe they're planning on spelling something with their bands. Who knows?
Dear, that's never a good story.
Yeah. Oh, I remember the old the Timo, Syndra, Malphite band was done by CLG once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lol.
they spell out the lol. Oh. And then VLC, they're trying to spell out a media player, so that's good for them. We got the Blitzcrank pickup from Super Size Me. That'll be going on to Danny, and Zenro going for Akali maybe. Now this is a nice and safe pick. It's not a safe pick at all. I'm not quite sure that this is what they need right now. I think that they need to get a tank. In fact, rather than picking that top lane matchup so early, I think maybe Zenro should be picking for another lane.
I do think that is the case. He should definitely be picking for somebody else. I truly hope that isn't for him.
Yeah. Maybe it's going to Gucci in the mid lane.
It's
It
the
could
most
bother.
reasonable option,
Yeah.
but again, showing your hand in mid lane at first pick, not that great an option.
Oh, it looks like we've got Beans going in the jungle as well this time. There's been a complete lane swap. Super Size Me going top lane, so that he'll be taking the Jace. Simplistic Gaming taking Ahri. I know he's got a very good Ahri. Gucci with the Orianna. So that Akali will be in the top lane. So that is an interesting pickup. And Jinx in the bot lane. So they're going to look. They might go for a pickup, like a sort of like a protect the Jinx, excluding Akali. Akali can just sort of do her Akali thing. And we've got Marzy looking at a number of champions. Oh, is he going to go for Rammus? Oh, I really hope he does. That's like the Dawson special as well. Maybe Beans is going top lane. Who even knows what's going on anymore? They've all changed their positioning in the thing. Oh no, he's looking at the Tristana. Danny's going to be taking Ashe. So is this like Tristana jungle? Is that what's going on? He's got the smite, so it could be that.
Yeah, it's not something that I've seen in a while, to be fair.
It's not something I've seen, period. So it's like,
I saw it for a very brief time in solo queue, which probably says a lot,
yeah.
having been in bronze at the time. Yeah, no.
And we've got the I actually quite like that Kench pick. Actually, that'd be really quite good for protecting the Jinx. But will they actually opt for the Morgana? Yeah, no, they're sticking with Kench. That's a good choice. I like that. I think the Kench is perfect for this. Sort of focus on protecting Easy D or Gucci and getting those stuns. You can do so much with that. So yeah, this is I don't know. This is I think this is what we were saying earlier, where I think Marzy's Toxic are going for a bit of a flex. They've gone for a very different setup. So Super Size Me actually going to be taking the blitz. So he'll be going into the bot lane. Beans will be going top lane again. Marzy in the jungle. God, I just wish that they'd have done this in the correct order.
Yeah, it does make it difficult for us, but it's good from their point of view because
Yeah.
it makes it so difficult to pick against.
Oh yeah, no, it's so they've gone for a very pick oriented team. Like they're gonna just try and get those engages, like this, not so much engages, but get those kills. Just they'll try and pick one off and take
move
that
into the
player
hard game.
advantage.
I think from Big Team they've got actually an extremely good engage from the Oriana Zac. That could prove to be quite a big turning point in the team fight if obviously he lands his jump correctly and gets an Oriole on him.
Yeah, that'll be sort of a little wombo combo. That combined with some Jinx rockets.
Jinx rockets with, even with Hurricane in them, should be dishing out.
They'll
massive
have a
amounts.
very strong engage with this. If they get that, that will allow Akali to jump in and just get those kills as well. So yeah, but I have a feeling we'll see a lot of sort of just players from the big team getting picked off. What with the Ash ult, that arrow can go globally. It'll probably get a few stuns. I know Danny's quite good at AD carry, despite primarily playing support. The taunt from Simplistic, again, increases damage taken. It's going to be very strong. Blitz hook, always very strong. And Jace, even Jace's poke can just pick people off. Surprisingly large amounts of damage.
I mean, what I'm going to be expecting to see in the early stages of this game, more so than seeing the Ash arrow used in lane, would be for a back to happen, buy some items, send the ult up mid lane for a great engage for Ari on Oriana. I think that's going to be probably the best use of it. That being said, in lane it will probably result in a kill, but obviously with the Tarn Kent there, it makes it so difficult to get it because all he does is walk over, eats her and walks off with her again.
Yeah, it'll be this will be good to see. So we're nearly in. So we have got just gonna be. I don't even know what's gonna happen here. Maybe this is like a step too far of confidence for the team Marzy is Toxic, because this is a very risky lineup that they've got going.
It's very aggressive. I think they've probably gone for this to try and not give too much away for when they, let's be honest, get to the next stage of the finals. They don't want to say, oh yeah, this is yet another champion that I'm really, really good on, that I'm likely to play.
Yeah, no, I think it's well documented enough on what champions Beans can and can't play, and there's not a very long list of ones that he can't. We know that Marzy's got a long list of assassins he can play, and is also capable of playing AD carries.
Yeah. I mean, as we've seen today, he's really, really strong in any of the three carry positions, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And given the tools, the champions, he is likely to just go off, do his own thing, and win the team the game.
Yeah.
I think for any team that does come across him in future,
I'll have to stop you there. It looks like we might be getting an invade here. To be expected when you've got a Blitzcrank. So they're going in now. They've been spotted.
Could be tasty.
Is it the Blitz hook? Flash Blitz hook onto the Mad Kake. We've got Marzy Lad getting the damage down. He's very low, but it's not going to be low enough. A couple of flashes burned there as well. So one from Tom Kench and 3 from the team Marzy is Toxic on Blitzcrank, Beans, which is Jace, and Ari. Worth noting, the team Marzy is Toxic do have full set skins here, so they should be looking to take advantage with their fire skin advantage. I don't believe that Akali has a skin. We can just quickly check through that though. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, nothing from Easy.
Easy D letting everyone down.
Where's Tom? Where's Tom?
Also worth noting was Blitzcrank feeling very confident, gave it the hand whop.
Yeah.
You know.
I think he flashed a bit too early. He could have just gone for the hook and then flashed.
I think that was a slight misplay because
Mm.
I don't think Tom was ready for that grab.
No, I don't think he was either. But here we go. We're getting into laning now. Super Size Me really sort of trying to exert his pressure onto the lane. Obviously, no, you can't stand anywhere near him when he's got that hook ready for you. But now, as soon as it goes down, you've got like a good 10 or so, 16 seconds or so. First
16,
level?
I believe.
Yeah. Of safety, where you can just sort of do what you want with that lane.
I've been talking to Super Size Me on and off for a while now, and he's been giving me a few insider info and tips regarding Marzy. And he said he was promised the Blitzcrank game. So I started to keep an eye out for it. Now, he's told me he loves playing Blitzcrank,
I know that he does love him.
but it's a champion that's very difficult to do amazing things on.
Speaking of which, he's just got a hook onto Jinx, who got ignited, had to flash out. Lucky to be alive there. Could have had a slightly earlier reaction from Danny, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it is difficult with the Blitz because, let's be honest, they are notorious for missing grabs.
Or worse, grabbing someone when you're not meant to be.
Yeah, well,
But there goes first blood. Hook onto him, and Jace is about to go down to
get
a
return
gank.
kill.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Good
Not
lads.
quite soon enough though. Zenro going down to the Winions. And Marzy lad going for the pressure onto the Zac, deciding against it in the end though. I think that was worth it. That's a fair trade in the top lane, getting the kill, and not letting Beans get that experience for the kill.
Yeah, no, that was. It wasn't necessarily a bad thing. It could have been better, but I wouldn't say it was bad. Which, when you're playing a top laner like Akali, it's not something that you want to be doing. You don't want to let your opponent get an advantage on you.
Yeah, no, definitely. So that was interesting. With I saw Blitz going for a last hit with his hook earlier. I thought it was they were about to go back, but looks like he's just decided to stay in lane after dropping that 100 and something mana for it. So we've got a sort of like healthy lead emerging in the bot lane. Farm wise, as you can see, Ash is 31 CS to Jinx's 12.
We're actually seeing some fantastic poke from Gucci there and doing a very good job at avoiding the charm from Ari. Playing very intelligently.
Yeah, no, Gucci has been doing very well. Still a little bit behind on farm there, but it's all to play for here, really. Oh, and there's a hook from Super Size Me. That was a very good hook. That was through two sets of minions. And Nick Dawson getting a knock up onto both Marzy and Simplistic. But now they are on the back foot. Gucci having to run through minions to try and evade. And looks like that Gucci is out.
We're probably going to see Blitzcrank repeating this process. Easily not doing the best job at standing behind minions, which is obviously where you want to be when you're playing against a Blitzcrank.
Yes, definitely.
He's got the Jinx, so all he needs to do is switch to the rocket launcher and just utilise that extra range and just farm. It does use up your mana, but you know, they're not going to be going aggressive in this lane, so it's not something that they need to worry too much about.
Exactly, yeah. So it looks like we've got Akali starting to fall behind now that Jace has got that tier. He's able to sort of spam his abilities a lot more.
Yeah.
Where she previously had a bit of an advantage. Simplistic gaining, having to burn his ult to avoid the Zac gank there, and is now out of mana.
Still getting good use out of it though.
Orianna ult. Gucci looking to get the kill here.
That's extreme. Oh,
And Marzy getting the revenge. Or will he? Oh no, he does. But will he survive? It looks like he will be getting out alive from that. Super Size Me coming to back him up. Flash hook. Dawson is down. Dawson will die here, losing his passive as well.
It's going to be an easy pick up there from Marzy. It was questionable for Dawson to be sticking around when they saw the Blitzcrank disappear.
That greed sort of just got in there. He didn't really see the Blitzcrank. They have no vision on that river. I mean, realistically, they probably should have seen him coming up. Zenro going in on Beans there. I don't think he's going to be able to get away with that for free though. And going back in,
that is
and
very
getting the
well
kill.
Done. That is extremely well done from Zenro there. That you really can't argue with that.
Yeah, no, that was really sort of well spotted on that opportunity, that small window that Beans gave him to get that kill, and that's going to allow him to catch back up on the farm as well. That's fantastically well done there by Zenro.
I mean, fair play to Zenro, but that was a big misplay from Beans. There was no real need to be flashing into turret range when you could have just taken that and pushed your way in.
Yeah, the greed got to him a bit there. I think this is where they're sort of, as we were saying, they're sort of trying to flex. They feel so confident. They're just sort of trying to press it and show how confident they are.
Yeah.
Sort of like as an intimidation almost to whoever they face in the next round, be it Bovine or Misfits. Simplistic here, looking to get a pick onto Gucci. He gets the ult. He misses the taunt though. Dawson
good use of
shotting in.
Good use of the ult to escape the Zac there. That could have quite.
Some great damage there from Akali onto Beans. Looking like she's going to get the kill.
Could be.
Oh no!
That was painfully close.
Yeah, I can understand, but I think he ran out of energy.
Yeah.
And just couldn't get that last spell cast. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. But it's good to see in sort of an exciting back and forth lane in that top lane now. We should probably see what's it going to be, like a Warhammer coming out from Akali now? I mean, with that double sword. Wow.
That was very well done from Gucci there.
And Dawson going down to Marzy there. I think he ate the Ash Arrow.
Actually, we're seeing a lot more confidence from Big Team here in this game.
Yeah.
We had questions about the Akali top lane. At the moment, it seems to be doing okay for itself. Gucci's playing extraordinarily well.
Yeah. He's going to be running out of charges here, though.
Zenro actually playing that very well.
Yeah.
Waited for the knockback before using his ultimate.
Okay. Right. So we'll see how things are going. So we've got Dragon going down, and Mad Kake trying to get the kill there. So we've got sort of an interesting. I'm not sure where my words are going here. Please help me.
I mean, we had an interesting situation there where Ash was just allowed free damage really on to Jinx in bottom lane. But don't get me wrong, it's not the end of it of everything. Jinx going for.
Oh, and that's Gucci going down.
Yeah.
That's not going to feel good. He Gucci now 2 deaths. Sort of almost as if he's being camped. Like he's had a lot of ganks onto his into his lane, and that's going to probably be his tower going down as well. It looks like Zenro's walked down from top lane, not getting hit by the taunt, thankfully for him. Super Size Me eating an ult there from Jinx, and Dawson going down. Is Super Size Me going down? No. Oh my god, that is so greedy. You should not be going for that.
If your team's not ahead, you don't want to be fighting under turret. They saw the teleport coming in and they just stayed there. They were like, no, we can get it, but it's just not It's just not what you want.
Yeah, no, it's just really not going their way. They had an opportunity, and it looks like they've just squandered it. It's like they got that confidence, and then they just pushed it a bit too far. They were playing well, and then they just sort of as soon as they got that confidence, they sort of just overestimated their limits and forgot that they're still playing against some very talented players on the other team.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even that they're necessarily playing back poorly. It's just they're showing their inexperience with the fact that there wasn't necessarily the communication there. Back off from that, or
Yeah.
you know.
And from my understanding, these guys haven't played together all that much. Yeah, they're still a relatively new team.
Yeah, I mean, this is their first competitive outing, and to be put against such a tough opponent at first is
Yeah, well,
very difficult.
reigning champions. It's always going to be quite tough. So we have got the blue team now starting to take control of the map. 4K gold lead. They're going to take this top lane, mid lane even. Gucci getting flash
Fantastic
hooked.
grab.
Yeah, no, I can understand he's not going to be feeling good after that. We've got the bottom lane probably going to go down here. Oh no, never mind. Danny can clear that wave out before they can get too much damage on it. And now they're going to start placing their vision around in the top jungle.
Optimistic grab from Blitzer.
It's
If you don't try,
Yeah.
then you don't get. You know, you miss 100% of the hooks you don't shoot.
yeah,
so-
exactly. But then again, I mean, some of the hooks you shouldn't have shot.
Well, yeah.
It's when you pull
suddenly
that
get a
Garen
Leon
into
that
your
comes
AD
towards you,
carry.
like, oh no.
Zenro getting taken down there. Gang Squad's just going around. He showed his face up there. Shouldn't have been doing it. He knew that there was a presence up top. Ash Arrow missing from cross map.
Skimming past.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm not 100%, but I don't see why the Jinx Rocket wouldn't have got a kill there.
I
Although
don't know.
Looking at mana, probably didn't have mana for it.
And yeah, they're sort of just getting picked apart here now. They don't have the presence on the map now.
I mean, this is what we were stating in the beginning of the game. They want to be team fighting, and they're kind of just running around the jungle and getting picked off one by one by one.
Yeah,
Which is obviously playing into Marzy's hands.
yeah. This could be another short game. So it looks like we've got Zenro trying to do some magic on beans, getting a lot of damage down. He's got to wait for that shroud to last, and is he going to get killed? No, he misses out just about.
I must say, full commendation to Zenro. He has really tried hard with this.
And Easy D getting picked off there. They need to move as a team.
Yeah, I think they need to give up on the idea of laning. They need to understand that they're not the strongest laners in this matchup, and make use of communication and teamwork. And
Oh, this bean's going to get taken down here. He's going to
good flash.
Nah, he's going to die.
Slow. That's it.
Yeah. Once he's on you, he's not. Oh, maybe. No, Gucci. Not even going for the auto attack. Just going for the dissonance, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Gucci's going to go
There's
down to
a lot
Marzy
of damage
here.
from Marzy there.
That is not a good feeling when the jungle Tristana just comes out of nowhere and pretty much solos you.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 5-0 to Tristana. I mean, it's not great when that's ADC, but when it comes out of nowhere in the middle of the jungle, it really makes you take note and avoid your bowels.
Oh, looks like Tom Pinch just ate an arrow there. Goes down. Nick Dawson going down to the Oriole. Passive is there. Zenro looking to get the
Zenro
kill.
doing a very good job there, but
Just about surviving. Dawson getting a nice slingshot, immediately getting up there, getting the kill onto the Ari, and allowing Zenro an escape out.
that was actually really quite well played between Zenro and Nick. Zenro
Yeah.
put the damage in that Nick could just finish her off and allow for the escape. So yeah, there's not really a lot more they could have hoped for from that.
Yeah, they've got the. I think they're starting to get their teamwork down a bit better as well. They're definitely looking like when they're working together as a team, they're a bit more fluid, a bit more sort of cohesive.
Yeah, I think the communications just stepped up a bit of a notch this game.
Yeah, they just need to remember the basics on how far. Like you've got to remember that you are behind. Good dodge there, by the way, from Zenro. Not quite getting there. It's just really hard to see what they can do here though. They're 10k down, and it's not 20 minutes yet. It could very well. I really hope they don't surrender here. I hope that they play it to the end, as this is the last game.
I do think they need to see this through to the end without a surrender, just purely for the extra experience that it brings.
If they can turtle up for 30 minutes and then wait for everyone to be full build, wait for the respawns to be super long, then they could well actually get back in this game. The question is whether they can survive that long. They don't really have the perfect turtling team. They don't have that incredible wave clear on multiple lanes. They've just got, oh my god, no, easy D, not like this.
I think to be able to turtle that much, you'd have to be a teenage mutant.
No, god, you're taking me, you're dissing my James Bond. That's dreadful, Martin.
Yeah, I was disappointed in myself, but
just get out.
You know, I got there in my head and I thought, well, I've made the effort, I may as well just finish it off.
Okay, so it looks like they're going for another gank on Zenro. Zenro going for the kill on Super Size Me. Ill-advisedly as well.
Nick
looks
really
like
chasing that down, gets it, so...
2 for 1 though.
It's not a great trade, but it is a trade nonetheless.
It's not the trade you want when you're defending. Definitely not. I mean, you've now got 3 people to defend against 4 on 3 different lanes. I mean, thankfully they don't have to worry about the top lane right now, as it's not pushed, but it will be. Beans taking some mad damage there from Mad Kake.
It's just that liquor tongue effect, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
frog slapped. Oh, Gucci going down here.
Of that.
Yeah, Ari just sort of getting the catch with the taunt. Zenro chasing into the Ari as well. A little interesting. Oh, dodging that taunt though.
Good dodge.
Taking a lot of damage. Probably going to go down is, Mad Kake with the save. Nick Dawson with the dive and just about getting out.
Looks like it's ninja for lunch for Mad Kake.
Cross map arrow again. So close. Beans, he's feeling aggressive. He's feeling himself. He's ready. He's ready to go in. But he has been feeding for his team. 5 and 4.
Yeah, it's really testament to how confidently big teams started this game off. That they've managed to get more kills than any previous game.
That was a good ult there from Oriana, but unfortunately there was no one to back her up on it. Else that would have been a dead simplistic. And Marzy lad just eating it before it gets to simplistic. Zenro looking to get in there, gets the kill, and yeah, I think they're just going for stat padding at this point now.
I mean, it's just experience for them at this point. It's all that they need. They need to build the confidence.
Yeah, it's
know that they can play as a team.
Yeah, I think this is as they refer to it in like American football, it's garbage time. The game's over, but that you still play on to the end. You still try and do what you can. So if you get a kill, that's great. It looks good on the stats, but it doesn't really affect anything.
Yeah, I mean,
nice bit of damage.
I think if they would have continued this game how they started it, I think they would have been in with a reasonable shout of winning.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I think come the next tournament, if these guys stick together, they'll be a much bigger threat. I don't know what Jinx was doing there. She saw Chase behind her and just sends the zap out down the lane. Yeah, they're just going in one by one here, to try and get their solo kills.
I think she just wanted some of that Tristana booty and just tunneled in on it.
Swiggity swoody. Yeah, and this should be it. Aced out. Gucci's the only one up. Jinx will be coming soon, along with Zenro. Gucci's down. Zenro looks like he could be going down soon. Going for the kill on Super Saiyan. He gets it. Could get one
Coming
on the
back
beans
round.
as well. Gets it.
Yes. Good lad.
But can't get the triple. And Easy D, nowhere near late enough game for him to be doing. Not even got a single complete item here. Looks like he was going to build that Hurricane, but just not been able to do it. Got the BF sword, which is like 10 deaths. I didn't even realise there was time for 10 deaths. 40-12. That's GG. Game over. Marzy is Toxic will be progressing through to the finals at Digital Jersey Hub, which will be taking place on the 19th of November. If you want to come see the finals, please visit eSports.je to get some more information, acquire tickets. Entry is free, and there will be sort of like raffle prizes and giveaways for entrance. So there is that, and the next semi-final for League of Legends will be taking place on the 12th of November at the Jersey Tech Fair, 11 a.m. So I believe that's it from us. So we will be signing off here. I've been Zinc,
I've been Martin Don Ranieri.
and we'll catch you at the next semi-final.